Hi, welcome back to Linfin Cocktails. What are we going to talk about today, John?
Today we're going to talk about 5 ryes under $30.
That's really interesting, John.
It really is if you like rye, which apparently no one does because a lot of rye videos don't really seem to be available out there for budget ryes. So I figured I'd do this video to really introduce ryes to some newcomers, like my wife, who doesn't love rye quite as much as I do.
But I do love John. Aww.
So we're going to try 5 ryes. We're going to try a Templeton 4-year rye, an old Overhaul rye.
Loading.
We're going to try a Templeton rye, old Overhaul rye. We're going to do a Bullet rye, Elijah Craig, and finish it up with Rittenhouse rye.
That was incredible.
Our first rye up is going to be the Templeton 4-year rye. We have this Templeton rye, which will be the first one. It's about $23 a bottle. It's 80 proof, so it's not super strong. It's actually the minimum you can have to be a legal whiskey in the US. The mash bill is about 95% rye. And the final thing is that it is aged 4 years, as I may have said earlier, and I don't remember.
Could you say that it is 4 years strong?
I could not say it's 4 years strong. It's 4 year. Let's see if it's 4 years strong.
Okay.
With our trying, and we'll do that now. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're going to judge this on 3 categories: spice, overall flavor, and I'm going to judge it on usability in cocktails, and Taylor will judge it on accessibility to a rye newcomer.
Like me.
Convenient that we have one.
Here I am.
Okay, so I think overall, I took my sip. So overall in the spice category, I give this like a 6. I don't think this is overly spicy, but the rye presence is definitely there. What do you think?
Okay. I think this is really delicious, I have to say.
That's in the next category.
Super delicious. Is spice like the sting?
Yeah, the burn.
I think this is like a very low burn. I would actually give this like a 4 or like even a 3. This is like the least burny. Very smooth, I think.
Not like an alcohol, not like an ethanol-y burn. But
not
like
ethanol
a rye-y
at all.
burn. Yeah, it's really good.
The rye usually like kicks my ass, so I feel like this is like very friendly in terms of the spice. I would give this, actually, I'm giving it a 3.
Next we'll go to flavor. I think this actually has a great flavor. For being such a young 4-year-old rye, it doesn't have a lot of chance to mature in the barrels, but I think it has a great overall flavor. I'm actually a really big fan of it. I do wish it was a little more potent in the alcohol category, but overall, I'm gonna give this a 7 on flavor.
Okay, so I don't know anything about rye flavor, but I can tell you that I like this flavor, and it's got a friendly aura.
All right.
I like it a lot. To me, this tastes like honey, very easy on the palate. I enjoy it a lot, so I'm gonna give this flavor an 8.
Yeah, I think the flavor, I wouldn't go honey so much as like almost like a mild caramel. It's sweet, which is like, but not like apple-y sweet like a lot of ryes are. It's got like a nice caramel undertone, but it's not too strong, but it's really like fills the mouth with flavor. Really pretty good for such a low price rye.
Yeah, I like it. Okay,
so I'm gonna go with the last category would be cocktail usability for me. Because this is 80 proof, it's not gonna cut through a mixture as much as some higher proof ryes, like 100 proof necessarily would. So for a very spirit forward cocktail, I don't think this would be great, but I do think it would be good in some type of like whiskey sour or other type of shake and drink with some citrus to it. I think it would provide a nice strong rye backbone where you don't want it to like kind of hit you in the face with a really strong alcohol taste. So I'm gonna give it, again, about a 6.
In terms of accessibility, I feel like I could see myself drinking this by a fireside and not flinching with every sip that I took. So for me, I feel like this is very accessible. I'm giving it a 10 on accessibility. I really like the Templeton Rye.
Nice.
That was legitimately really good. It's the Gateway Rye.
All right, Gateway Rye, give it a try.
Oh, no. That was awful.
All right, let's go to our next whiskey.
Up next, we have the Old Overhaul. I just say it that way in my head, so that's how I'm introducing it.
All right.
This is the Old Overhaul Rye Whiskey. This is the cheapest of the bunch, coming in at $15, so we all know I enjoy a budget-friendly product. It is 86 proof, and its age is unknown, but rest assured it is, in fact, old. It's made in Kentucky, and its mash bill is also unknown, so you're getting a mysterious yet affordable sippin' with this one.
Lots of mystery to unravel here with America's oldest rye.
Don't worry, we're here to unravel it for you live. All right, let's do it.
All right, let's give it a try.
Oh, that was a big one. Please note that John has already poured me way too much of a portion, so.
It's just right. Let's
Cheers.
do it. Okay, so overall spice, I'm gonna give it like 5. I don't think it's too spicy. I think it's definitely a rye, but it doesn't have like the good characteristics of rye spice like the Templeton did. It's there, but not as much, and it's definitely a weaker spice, I think.
Oh, I disagree. I feel like this is more spicy, but it might just be because I'm intimidated by the amount of whiskey in my little sample cup here. So
I think we have roughly the same amount.
I'm giving it a 5 also, though, so I do agree with John.
Okay.
But note that it is an increase of spice from the previous rye.
So for flavor of this one, I'm gonna give it not good, but
I don't really like the flavor either.
A 4 for the flavor because I think it is like very chocolatey, which is like not what I want from a rye.
True.
It's a super chocolatey whiskey, and it's not like a liqueur, like it's sweet chocolate. It's like a bitter chocolate. Like there's just too much.
Yeah, I agree. It is chocolatey, and I'm a big fan of chocolate, but I don't think it works in this one.
No, I don't think.
But I don't hate this. I feel like there's a lot worse on the horizon, so I hesitate to give this a 4. So I'm giving this one a 6.
A 6 in flavor.
It's not offensive, it's just not my favorite. So
Okay.
a 6 in flavor. If you like chocolate, maybe check it out, but as a lover of chocolate myself, I don't love this. Okay.
All right, for the last category, I think its usability in cocktails. It actually is, I think, a little bit more useful in cocktails than the Templeton because it does have such a bold flavor with the chocolate. You can mix it up pretty well. I've made it in something like an Old Pal, which is like a Negroni-esque spirit-forward dessert-ish cocktail. And with the chocolate, it really tasted pretty good. I think it maybe gets like a 6 to 7 on cocktail usability because it is a little bit in higher proof as well. So it will show through a little bit more in your spirit-forward cocktails.
I wonder if anything that stands alone would not be good on a team, you know? You're either like an individualist or a team player. Can you be both?
I believe you can.
What lies on the horizon?
What lies on the horizon?
Keep
indeed.
watching. In terms of accessibility, I'm giving this also a 6. It's not so tasty that I'd want to have it again, but it's also not so offensive that I would run screaming for rye. So it's a 6. John, what bottle do we have next?
Funny you ask. Next we have Bullet Rye. A classic rye, always on the shelf of every liquor store it seems. It's about $23 a bottle. It's 90 proof, made in Indiana. And its mash bill is about 95% rye, which is extremely high rye content. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. So I think with spice, this one definitely does seem to kick it up a little bit. I'm gonna give this a 7 on spice. It's a good spice. It's really full, but it's not too offensive to me.
That nose is sending up alerts. It is a little offensive. It's creeping up there, that's
You really
for
think
sure.
so?
There's a little burn in the back of my throat.
I mean, it's a higher proof. It's the
feel like
highest proof we've had so far.
A 6.
Give this the 6.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the
Spice
spiciest
a
one
6.
yet.
It's the spiciest one yet. But
the
it's
spiciest
still
one
not
yet.
crazy. I'm feeling the burn.
Feeling the burn. Okay.
In not a communist way, though.
Not in a communist. Let's move on to flavor, shall we?
We shall.
We shall. I think this one is far and above the old Overhaul flavor. It's got a pretty good depth of flavor. I'll get another sip real quick. I think I'm getting a little bit more of a fruity sweetness in this one compared to the chocolatey sweetness of the previous one. It's fruity. It's got a good flavor. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 6.
I don't know what's going on here, but I don't like it. This is my least favorite flavor so far. I don't think this is accessible. It's kind of bitter, and I'm salivating a whole bunch.
So on flavor, you're gonna give it
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Now let's talk about our last category. So on cocktail usability, I've made a lot of old fashions with Bullet Rye because it is so easy to find and it is so accessible in a lot of areas and liquor stores. It's pretty tasty. It mixes well in a cocktail. It doesn't really lose much of its rye edge. So you can definitely still taste it. I'm gonna give it a 7 for cocktail usability, I think.
Okay, and for accessibility, again, I'm just, a novice, entry-level rye drinker. But I don't think this is how I would recruit someone into the rye world.
No?
I think I would give this a 4 on accessibility. It's not the worst, but I don't like it, so I'm not neutral on it. Next up, we have the Craig Rye. It is a straight rye, so it has never even experimented, not even a little. It costs $24, and its age is unknown. Craig here hails from Kentucky and has a mash bill percentage of 51. Oh, that's yours. Oh, that's enough.
Let's go give it a try. On the spice, I'm gonna give it a good old-fashioned 7. We've definitely increased our spiciness, but it could be because we've also increased the alcohol content. It is 94 proof now, so we're getting a little stronger every time we take a sip. It definitely has a good level of spice to me. What do you think?
Oh, it's spicy.
Spicy?
It's definitely spicy. It's the spiciest one so far.
Okay.
So I guess I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
I'm looking at you for affirmation because all of my references are like what we've had so far. But I know spicier is coming, you know?
Spicier might be coming.
I'm going with a good strong 7 for the spice. It hits you. It's there.
Yeah.
It's burning in the back of my throat.
It's definitely there.
And it's a little like warning signs on the nose.
Okay, taste. I really like the taste of this. I think it has like again with like the fruity kind of flavor, a fruity kind of spice perhaps. It's kind of like appley in the taste. Not like super pronounced, but it definitely has a pretty like bold and delicious flavor, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a 6 on flavor.
Oh, I'm getting salivating.
No good. Good? Delicious. Salivating like a golden delicious
Like
apple.
I don't want any more. But
you have so much more left to drink.
Because you poured me so much.
Going back for a lot of sips, almost like you might like it.
No, I don't like this.
What would you give it? 1 to 10.
Hold on, I just got some peanut butter there.
Peanut butter? Does that make it better?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
That cannot be though. They would advertise it, right?
No, a lot of whiskeys do have like a peanut taste to them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting peanut on this.
Okay, a little bit peanut in the back.
Yeah. Okay. All right, now I'm committed to the peanut.
Okay.
Now we've moved on. Okay, we're reconsidering. This has a good taste. Here's the thing, I don't like to drink whiskey and I've drank a lot of whiskey, so I'm nearing a point, you know, where it's not enjoyable to drink whiskey anymore. Now that we've gotten to know each other a little bit better, this actually has a nice peanutty flavor that I enjoy, so I take back my previous reservations, and I think I like this flavor actually. It's aggressive on the nose and a little spicy, so it's a hump you have to get over, but the peanut flavor I give a 7.
7. Last category, usability in a cocktail. I think it's got a lot of potential to go in a lot of different drinks, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8 on cocktail usability.
This is not accessible. I will tell you that right now.
But you like it.
But, you know, really stick with it, give it a chance. It's pretty tasty. Took me several sips to arrive at this conclusion, but we're friends now.
Good thing you got such a big pour.
It's true, you know, I stand corrected. I'm also, you know, perseverance, you know.
Perseverance.
But accessibility, you know, this is off-putting. So I would give this a 2 for accessibility.
Okay.
It's just, you know, it's spicy, it's hard on the nose.
Yeah, you feel like it takes too long to get used to it.
But yeah, but it's worth it.
It's like one of those
Some of the
TV
best
shows
things in life.
that you have to like really watch for a long time.
I don't want to watch any more
them.
Seinfeld. It's not for me.
Our final rye for tonight is Rittenhouse Rye. It's 100 proof. This is gonna be our strongest rye yet for the night. I think you're gonna like it. So the mash bill is 51% rye, which means it's a barely legal rye.
Wait, John, what is the mash bill?
The mash bill is whatever, it's like the breakdown of grains in there. So you have corn, barley, rye. In the United States, in order to be a legal rye, it has to be at least 51% rye. So a lot of ryes are just literally 51%, barely legal, and they have a lot of corn or barley to make up for the other flavors.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these kind of did the bare minimum, you know?
Yeah, no, a lot of ryes that are made now.
Like all the mash bills that are known are 51%.
Except for the bullet rye, which was 90%.
I give it credit for
95%.
Because that's really the bare minimum.
Yeah. It's literally the bare minimum because rye is not super popular right now. So a lot of bourbon makers are introducing a rye line because it's becoming popular with the cocktails again. And so, you know, they do the bare minimum to get a rye in their lineup, and there it is.
That's very interesting.
But Rittenhouse is pretty popular. Let's go ahead and give it a try.
Okay, let's give it a try. I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
We've got our rye. This is our final rye, number 5.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention this is about $24 a bottle.
Kampai.
Kampai.
Oh, I don't want to drink this right now.
Oh, you haven't even tried it yet?
No, I will try it. I'll try it. Don't say anything.
I won't say anything.
Oh, that's offensive on the nose.
This is the highest proof rye we're gonna drink
That
tonight.
is a warning sign from miles away. All right, spice level.
Spice level 7. I think it's pretty spicy.
That's the spiciest one is a 7 to you.
Yeah, because like I know what else is out there.
Oh. See, my scale is limited.
I know what else is out there. Some of the barrel proof ryes are really spicy, like the Alberta Premium. It's like 130 proof. It is delicious. It is spicy. This isn't to that level. I think this is definitely a 7 level of spice though.
I recommend not sniffing it, to be honest.
Oh no.
I mean, like to some.
Yeah.
To the trained nose, the trained nostril, it might smell good.
Oh, I don't think it's offensive at all.
Oh, it's offensive to me.
Oh no. But is it too spicy?
I don't know. It's actually not that bad when I drink it. Oh, my favorite's the Templeton. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I like where we began, like friendly and nice.
We were there so long ago.
Ugh, hachi. I'm giving it an 8.
8. I guess
For my limited frame of reference, but I also know there's worse out there. But I'm still giving this an 8.
Okay, an 8 and a 7. That's like the closest, one of the closest ones we've agreed on. I think the flavor overall is pretty good. It's not like super mellow or anything. It's a little bit sweet on the front, and after you drink it and your mouth is kind of there, you get a little bit of the hint of peanut at the end. I think it's pretty tasty. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a combination of a caramel, woody flavor. That is all that I can give you. I'm a little tapped out on the rye, so I feel like my opinion is now tainted. I'm giving it a 5.
A 5.
I feel like that's the only thing I can confidently report.
Straight up average.
Yeah.
All right. For cocktail usability, I think Rittenhouse Rye is one of the standards for anything from a Manhattan to an old fashioned to a whiskey sour. It's kind of like a workhorse rye. It can kind of do it all. So cocktail usability, I'm gonna give it a 9. It's almost perfect to use in any type of whiskey-based cocktail. And then for accessibility, 0.
0.
Straight up 0.
It's a 0.
Now, is it a 0 because you've had 4 other ryes?
Yes.
Okay.
But also, I would never start someone off with this.
So we've done 5 ryes under $30. We started with Templeton, we moved on to Old Overhaul, we did Bullet, we did Elijah Craig, and we finished out with Rittenhouse Bottle and Bond Rye.
Very nice.
I know which my favorite was. What was your favorite of this tasting?
The Templeton.
The Templeton?
The Templeton has never done me wrong.
I am gonna have to agree, even though my rankings overall were not, as highly ranked for it for a lot of categories. The Templeton Rye all around for a neat sipping whiskey was delicious. I do wish it was a higher proof. I know the 6-year rye that they offer is a higher proof and has a little bit more flavor, but out of all these, to drink neat, I would definitely pick the Templeton to drink the most.
Isn't that the least expensive too?
It is not the least expensive.
It's
The Old Overhaul is the least expensive.
Oh, the Old Overhaul. Yes,
But
I
the Templeton Rye, I think, is the winner of the video.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Here's to you,
Templeton Rye.
Templeton Rye. Woohoo.
Yeah. So you want some more?
No. No.
If you like this video.
Wait. Well, thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, here's to you.
If you have any other favorite ryes under $30, please leave a message in the comments. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us here at Limpin's Cocktails.
Thank you, and also my beautiful wife for joining me on the channel.
Now I have to drink this again.
Okay. All right.